Hi, everybody. Welcome. Um, I should be live on my phone too right now. The problem is I can't find my stinking phone. Which is also why it took me a little bit longer. Still not 100% sure where it is because I don't know, makes no sense. I'll ask someone if they can call me real quick so I can find my phone. Alrighty. Nice. You're mostly ready. Mostly. At least for fishing gear. Also, why is it sunny out of the sun again? When did that happen? I legitimately don't know where my phone is. And it can't be far, but it's what it is, you know? Is what it is. So let's make a little leader out of this. As soon as I have the right wire that I want to get, I'll redo all of these leaders though. I don't think I actually need copper wire. I can just use really light stainless steel. Yeah. That's what all I try is it is superior. I don't know why it is superior, but it is superior. So, you know, let's redo these wraps to make them even more neat. Alrighty, let's see. Mm-hmm. Good. That's good. Okay. No! Her. That doesn't do any good. My mom just called, but the problem is she called me per WhatsApp, which just was ringing on my computer. Oh, yeah, also. Wait. Anything on? We're gonna go outside together in just a minute. art books like these are ideal. Shut up, Lila. I love you, but shut up. Yo, hurting for Sturgeon. I know, I know. Why are you complaining so much? Why are you complaining so much? Why are you complaining so much? Hmm? Shut up. Shut the fuck up or I'm actually gonna bite you. I'm officially close to giving up. I'm trying my phone, which is well, I'll probably find it eventually. Where the fuck could it be? Seriously. You know, man, like, oh fucking hell. Please tell me my headphones aren't broken. Almost looks like it, which is bad. Well, the audio is okay, so that's good. Holy hell. I don't know what's going on when my phone has disappeared into the limbo, but oh wow. Oh wow. Anyway. slightly flattened out that crimp. Yeah, I have to cut the tag end. Yes, I am. I am. Okay. Hey, I've already shown my pussy on this live, so there's that. If you want to see any more, you'll have to subscribe to Her Only Paws. Also, I have to see if I can get some even lighter. The 133 strand cable, like 0.5 or 0.6 millimeters would be perfect. Perfection. Done. Donezo. I said only pause. I've seen it. Get your mind out of the gutter surgeon. But yeah, this rig, as you can see, it does work pretty well at turning. And this is a hook that will absolutely grip a 6-foot catfish properly. Whenever I do get some money, I will get myself some high-end offshore casting rods to use for my eel fishing here. I already have 2 rods in mind that would be freaking awesome to have. The next Sonio 93M and the Tubizo or 50 to 80 with a 6,000 size 13 SW. That would be like the real for you. For this kind of fishing. And yeah, calling my phone doesn't work either apparently, which is crap. And I have to also buy some more carp hooks in sizes 1 and 2, size 1 and size 2 carp hooks. Maybe even some size 1.0. I prefer non-offset. Really, I just want heavy wire hooks, that turn well. Like this one. A little close up. This kind of hook, you can see that's a pretty heavy gauge. It's not a very big hook. See, it's not a tiny hook, but it's not a big hook. A lot of different fish you can catch on a hook this size. And it's very, very strong. Like, you legitimately apply like 20 pounds of drag onto this hook, which is all you're ever gonna do on a light setup. So yeah. You'd be surprised how much pressure you can put on. Where the fuck is my phone? But okay, let's not get too sidetracked. Let's see and try to pack our rods up. I might just for fun bring my light rod. See if I can catch us some bait in the morning. Or in the evening, for that matter. Because I could use some smaller bait fish. Hey John, what's up? Yeah, it's a thick little hook that'll hold against big cats, no problem. Yeah, like, and big eels, you don't need a hook quite as strong, but you do need a strong hook, because you'd be surprised how much pressure it takes to pull a big eel out of structure. Like, even a freshwater eel. I'm chasing an eel 1 meter, so 9'3" or larger. Sorry, not 9 foot. A 3'3" eel or bigger. And those eels will, if you catch them in a lake, it's easy. But if you catch them in a river, you have to drag them against the current and keep them away from the rocks. It's quite. It's a thing in of itself. Here we have a hook that is a little bit on the large, that is like almost a bit big for my liking, but I'll use this one tonight. It's a bit lighter gauge, but I'm also using a bit of a lighter rod, so I'm probably not going to be applying enough pressure to straighten this hook out anyway. And it'll hold a big bait with a lot of night crawlers, so that's nice. You think that mono straight? Keeping that mono on the straight and narrow. Yep. Row, until you. Let's get this rod. Oh, this rod situated now. Yeah, I will have to clean that reel eventually. No, there was no reason to start with a tight drag. Like, you know, I've been burned one too many times by big fish on gear that wasn't meant for them, like originally. I don't do fishing with light gear in the traditional sense anymore. Like, even my lightest gear, it has to be able to at least give me a good chance if that unexpected big fish hits. Obviously, you can't always guarantee it. You can't guarantee it, but you can take some precautions to make it more likely than not that you will be able to land a big fish if it hits your rod that wasn't intended for a big fish. Actually, no, actually not. Let's see if geez, this little rod has this little reel has a extremely strong rotor brake, which is a good thing. It is a $500 reel, so it better be good. This is a reel that it's really like you can fish it on some very light rods, but that little reel can also handle some really big fish, which is why I have it. I don't technically have it because I need it for the fish that I'm mostly catching with it. But I do need it if that one big catfish hits on the wrong rod, then I do absolutely need it. So yeah. Yep, exactly that's why I run heavier gear also. Shit. Look what happened to me last weekend. Spot I found the small sturgeon stacked in. Then I cast my light rod and took into an oversizer that breaks me off the crazy 5-minute fight. Yeah. Like, I mean, this is me, you know, a rod that many people would fish like a 4,000 size Stradic on. I've got a 6K Zaragoza, and normally I fish a 6K Certate SW on this rod, loaded with 50-pound hollow core. And a rig here that's 60 to 80-pound hollow core in the front. You can apply some serious pressure on that. And I'm fishing this rod until I've got a feeling that it's too light. Once I hook into a fish that's making me think I need to go back to my heavier gear. But yeah. Here is our double circle hook rig. Pretty light still. This is light, like from the hook sides at least. Yeah, I do need to get copper wire to attach hooks this way on titanium. It's beautifully. It fits beautifully. To my surprise. Meaning we don't actually need this old rod back. It's a good rod back. It's just a pain to carry around. Because you can't use it as a, you can't put it on your back, basically. Sun is getting low. Beautiful rig. And this is gonna be, yeah, you already know Sturgeon. The final test for the tight line. After that, I'm gonna get ready to fish all Cortlet. I already know, I already know what my conclusion is gonna be, but I want to be fair. No one can tell me I wasn't fair to the tight line. Even after I knew I didn't want to fish it anymore, I still gave it 2 nights under really good conditions. I've been waiting weeks for these conditions. Yeah, the 80-pound makes better rigs for sure. Noda. I knew that, but I still have to see if maybe I'll fish 60-pound or combination of the two. Lila, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up, cat. My pussy is being noisy. You're the wrong kind of pussy to be noisy. I've got another one that, especially in bed, she can make some noise. But I prefer to be quiet, Lila. Yep, 6K is light at that point of being big gear. Yeah, and like a Zaragoza is like the minimum. I would get a 6,000 Tesoro in its place nowadays. The 6K Tesoro, only thing with the Tesoro, you need to upgrade your line roller bearings to steel ball bearings. The Okuma Tesoro is the best sealed. It's below the Bakaira and the Van Staal and Seabass reels. But anything else, it's better sealed than any other reel, except I left the line roller unsealed and put some regular bearings in there. So you just need to get some sealed ball bearings for a couple of bucks, take a screwdriver and replace them, and then you have an amazing reel. That's definitely superior to the Zaragoza in most ways. Yes, Lila. Got my pussy between my legs. Whee! And she squeezed out. The sound is bad as I think it does. And literally my lightest reel at the moment that actually can use is. Sorry, I'm used to Bluetooth. And my lightest reel that's actually in use currently would be the 5000 Surhead SW, but it already has the drag and the body of a 6K, but it has a rotor and a spool that makes it quite a bit lighter, basically. So it's not as heavy on the reel. It's light enough that I can fish it on a different class of rods, on a smaller class rods. Normally I would just go with the 6K, but because the 6K weighs more than an ounce and is more than an ounce heavier. The 5K, the 4K would still work, but the 5K is still just barely light enough to really fit nicely on my lighter rods. That's why I had it. Just because it fits a rod that I couldn't fit a 6K on. I could only fit a 4K on otherwise. I have to go with 4K or this specific 5K. So I'm going with the 5K because I want the biggest, strongest reel I can get that's still fishable on the rod I'm using. You know, and it's actually fishable in a good way, not just, you know, everything is fishable, but no, you know what I mean. I gotta do a video using the wrist reel and hack and honest research on it. Hey, get the chillin' reel. Those, you know, the beer can. The beer can reel. That would be and land distortion on it. Oh yeah. I mean, I've seen them snag a paddlefish with it, even. But of course, that shit, you know it's stupid, and you know it's not really what you're supposed to be doing with that. So I don't know. But hey, how do they say if it's stupid but it works, it ain't stupid? It's funny how I'm moving away from my ultra heavy gear for the most part. Well, I'm using heavier gear for conger eels than I'm using for catfish. That's come a long way. Like literally, my fishing for saltwater eels is I'm using heavier stuff than I'm using to try and catch an 8-foot catfish. And yes, I am kind of trying to catch an 8-foot catfish. Of course, I'll take a 4-footer too, but that's the thing. My gear is set up that a 4-foot catfish is already going to be a hell of fun. But we can still land an 8-footer. Well, maybe we can because we've got fucking tightline braid. I love you, Jeff. You're a great guy, but you really need to step up the quality of your line before I'm gonna buy anything from you again. Oh. My heavy rod actually has 200-pound tight line in front, and the rest is 100-pound tight line. And as a backing, we actually have 100-pound Cortland. The thing is, if I had 100-pound Cortland all the way, I know I would have been better off. But oh well, we'll see. Hey, John, grab your gear, get dressed, grab your pussy, and get on the river. Yes, man. Yes. Yes, sir. I'll give my pussy a good squeeze from you. Oh, man. What's wrong with us? Anyway. Okay, rods. I'll actually bring them in front of the door already. And the plan is to fish tonight and tomorrow. I do have to find my phone though first. By the way, sturgeon, here's more of the sturgeon leaders. That's, yeah, one 30 pound and one of the 200 something. I'll check whenever I remember. I'll check the website of the manufacturer or the seller. Let's say it's it's manufactured. It's the one I'm buying it from. It's not the manufacturer itself, but it gets manufactured specifically for that. Let's put it that way. Use those for big wells cats grow. Which ones? You mean the with the 100 pound and 200 pound cord tight line? Yeah, I am. I mean, it's still a small catfish setup, kind of. Like, a big catfish setup would be, we're talking about this kind of stuff. Or if you want to get a bit more fancy, this kind of stuff. Of course, more line is missing its top shot at the moment. But yeah, that's what I would use as a big catfish setup. 20K Saltiga, a heavy popping rod. That's gonna be a lot of fun. And I will use this rod for catfish, just not right now, not right here, right now. Oh, those sturgeon leaders. Nah, they're too light. Not really, but I also prefer. I do prefer using either titanium or cable nowadays for catfish, because I've seen even heavy braid get frayed to a point that I don't trust it anymore. Even the heaviest of braid isn't bulletproof for catfish because they do have pretty abrasive teeth. Sturgeon, they have a soft mouth, so you can get away with a lot of stuff. You just need something against abrasion from the rocks. But catfish, they're gonna mess your leader up. I'll probably still bring some graded leader material along for the ride, just in case I need to something happens and I need to tie some leaders up real quick. It is a lot easier to work with, obviously. If you don't understand why graded leaders are easier to work with, well, but yeah, you can just tie knots, you don't have to crimp. This line is coming with me. But yeah, nowadays I'm coated cable and titanium 7-strand titanium for my catfish here, believe it or not. That's pretty much all I use. Okay. What assortment of weights are you going to need? Pretty much already got them in here. Well, actually use one of my feeder weights on the big rod, because that one is going to 150 grams. This one here is what I'm going to use on my big rod, because that's gonna stick. They're all gonna stick, but a little heavier on the big rod is a good thing. Yep. Here's our loop. We'll already attach this to a weight. That way there's one thing less to do on the water. Could just fish it like this, honestly. Maybe we will. Wait. Yeah, no. We'll fish it like this. That's a beautiful idea. Maybe we'll just attach this right away. Yeah. Or maybe not. This is going to be the way to attach the rig. This is hefty, even for the heaviest of leaders. I'm going to be doing it this way in the future. This is never going to break. Okay. Potentially, let's get some more bells. For whom the bell tolls. Oh, and let's already write down that we're going to be fishing in here, because they can actually give you trouble if you're not writing where you're fishing. Okay, when was I fishing last time? Let's see. Anyway, today is the 10th of May. Yeah, nah, I don't need the year, because this is set for only this year. Conteúdo. Oh, crap. Right. I would only be on my shorts channel. Content. Live. Prepping, night fishing, eel and catfish. May 7th. Okay. And because they like being smart asses, let's because I'm going to be fishing past midnight. Let's also now we'll add it in here. Yep. Splitty. Let me refresh chat because it's been awfully quiet. Okay. We kind of got everything now, I think. Let's bring some bait elastic, although I don't think we're going to need it. Yeah, these are the size 1 Gamakatsu. Size 2 can already bend. Like this is a traditional eel hook that most people will use, and it does have its place. It does. Let me show it properly. You know, this is a size, and this is a smallest size you can really use. This one doesn't really straighten. You can pull the big eels out without it straightening. Although if you hook into a big catfish, it might straighten. Eels, you shouldn't have issues with these. Any smaller, you will have issues, but this size, it's okay. It's big enough and strong enough for eels. But of course, those carp hooks have their own advantages. So just something to keep in mind. And in case you're feeling frisky, I might be building some rigs on the water. Basically, I'll just need to eat something after this and pack my food and then go. You do have like 2 hours before it's like proper dark. Before the proper dark starts, let's say. Not even before it's properly dark, just before the proper darkness is gonna start. But yeah. Alrighty. I have a little bit of thing to it, but it's not too bad. Not too bad. Could be a lot worse. So I'll take it. Do we have the rig that that other rig somewhere? No. Okay. Pretty much, if the fishing part is done here, then I'm gonna end this live and start getting the rest done. Like my little pussy. I'm here just going through work mails. Gotcha. Oh, shit. I don't know where the tool for this is, but leave it be. A good rig as it is. I'm a poor kitty. No one's looking after me. Shut up. But it's good that we're going out because she needs it. Arguably more than I do. Nee, wenn das funktionieren würde, hätte ich es schon gefunden. Es ist hier im Haus auf jeden Fall, das weiß ich. Aber ja. Because I had my phone when I woke up. Ever since I haven't seen it. Oh crap. Come on, not again. Okay, let's just leave this as it is now. As a timer energy. Do it 3 times over. Yes, Lila. Come with me, baby. Come with me. Okay. Right. The rig that I just saw is one I could put butcher. Reuse. Maybe. You could definitely, but I said you should, or if you need to. I'm bringing a bit of stuff so I can also play around with gear, you know, while I'm on the water. If I get bored. that should be all the fishing stuff. I'll just call it here. Fishing stuff is donezo. Or do I have any of my? I don't have any of the little, the little lines to put on my rod tip. Those would be nice. Little light sticks. If I don't have them, I don't have them. I'm not gonna search forever to find. Oh, there's a couple. That's good. I have a box with some more, but I haven't seen that box in a minute. I don't think I'm gonna bother looking for it now. Splicing needles are in here. Okay. Wait, one thing is missing. I know where I got it. Yeah. Anyway, here we have, if you're a bad boy, I haven't been called a good boy in a minute. This is it's a dual purpose. It's good for dispatching fish, and also for you can wrap your line around if you get stuck somewhere and break off. Okay. We don't have batteries yet, but we do have too much anything else. I have to get my lamps. Okay, let's just close this fishing bag. So we can get moving. Yeah. Life sticks in around. Yeah, they're down. Okay. I would say we can go. All the non-fishing stuff together. Oh, and we need bait. Just there's an okay amount in here. And we can go if we need more. We can catch us some fresh night crawlers. Of course, we have plenty in our big box, but let's try and keep them. One block of ice. Okay, folks, I'll end the live here. I'll end the live. So, peace out. Thanks for watching. Have a good one. Now I need to try find my phone and get everything else done. Bye bye.